Howdy, Jacob here. Today we're looking at Landbridge Company, 2.4 billion market cap, 2.7 billion enterprise value in the oil, gas, consumables industry. Hasn't been around for quite some time, or at least, maybe they had an acquisition of some sort to make it come around recently, but there's not a lot of data here, which we can see, so I'm going to be a little bit hesitant on my results. When you do your own analysis here for this company, if you end up doing it, please remember that the longer the history, the longer we can make, the more confident we are in making accurate projections for the future with very low number of with a very low data. We need to have extra margin of safety, and sometimes even 2 years is not enough for me to feel entirely confident to even invest in the business, whether it's a screaming deal or not, because it's just not enough data. I can't totally rely on it. So if I were to go to a 10Qs, 10Ks, and there's only 2 years, that makes me a little bit hesitant. Will I miss out on opportunities? 1,000,000%. But there's too many companies out there to gamble away something that I can't be confident in. So 38 million cash on hand on the balance sheet, 20 million short-term debt, 108 million long-term debt. So let's look at about 100 million long-term debt. It doesn't look like a lot of the rolling 12 in most recent year, but that's also over 50% margins. So are they able to keep that going? I'm not entirely sure, but if they are, yeah, that's fantastic. They also recently made a huge acquisition, and we have no data on that, and it's 430 million, so almost 20 to 25% of their market cap. This is going to be a tough business to analyze. We just don't have a lot of data here, and we're going to have to make a lot of assumptions. I think I always lean on the conservative end, and so just keep that in mind. It is in the oil, gas, consumable fuels industry. I don't know. Maybe they are, maybe they have a lot of room to grow and will likely do it. But for me, I just don't have that reasonability. It is a larger business, but revenue is still so low, and their revenue is still so low. And I mean, I don't know. People are probably assuming massive growth here, which I don't know, which I agree with. So maybe I'll do my classic 515. Let me get a 15% return here. Net income margin. What are we looking at? Recently pretty big, and that's with a 40 million minority interest expense. But then the most recent year is negative. Sales general admin 79. So I don't know what to expect. Let me do just a stupidly huge range here. Share change. They issue a lot of shares through stock-based compensation, about 70 million, which is going to be about 3% of their market cap. So, their current price is $37.99. Let's say it needs to fall 70%. I just don't have enough data here. This would be a company I would wait a year or two, still keep it in my back pocket of something to analyze if I truly understand the oil and gas industry. But for me, that's not my forte. And again, I just think there's too many companies out there that really make a lot of sense to me of how they make money, how they can keep making money in the future, how they can make more money in the future, how they can be more efficient in the future. And they got a lot of data to support their history. They got a lot of history to support my perspective assumptions. And here we just don't have that. So I will be waiting and reviewing other companies in the meantime.